Hello, friends. Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom, down here with some Week 10 overreactions I've seen across social media, the comment sections, etc. after a big-time win by Dallas. First overreaction, the Cowboys are a contender. Not all of these are overreactions, folks, and this one certainly is not. The Dallas Cowboys, unquestionably, unarguably, are a legit contender. Now, I'm not going to say the S word that ends in owl, but you guys know what I mean. I don't want to jinx it quite that way. But I think it's pretty clear. This Cowboys team, when they are on, can beat any team in the NFL, I'd argue by a pretty decent margin. Their A game is as good as anybody's right now in what appears to be a much more parity-based season for the NFL. Every good team has laid a clunker this year. How you respond to that matters. Dallas laid a big clunker against Denver, and damn, did they bounce back in a wildly impressive way against the Falcons. Everything that went wrong against Denver was rectified, and it went right against the Falcons. Dallas and Atlanta, if we're being honest, didn't actually really try at all for almost all of the second half, especially the fourth quarter. It was all right, this game's over. Let's run some clock, get out of here, go home. Dallas didn't even run the ball that well, but they aired it out with immense success. Lamb and Cooper and Gallup and everybody, as Dak Prescott threw for 296 and barely 3/4 of action in that win over the Falcons. And that win matters because it puts Dallas, for now, with admittedly the Rams Thursday night football game yet to come, although that won't really impact their seeding, just their record, because they'll remain the 5 seed here, puts them firmly. Well, unless they win, they'll still be behind Arizona. Disregard. They will be 5 no matter what. Forgot the head-to-head. Dallas is 3 in the NFC right now. If they can get to 2, or if they can get to 1, that is going to drastically boost their playoff chances. Those of you that argued with me when I said, hey, you should be cheering for Washington and Philly and New York to win games against the better opponents in the NFC, well, now we're here. Washington's win helped Dallas significantly. Drop them down a spot. Tampa, remember, folks, has the head-to-head tiebreaker against Dallas because of their head-to-head win over the Cowboys. The rest of the way, the Cowboys and their fan bases, including me and you, should be cheering against the Cardinals, the Packers, the Bucks, and the Rams. And hopefully, Dallas then can find a way to get that number 1 seed, which will help their playoff chances. Now, what is your confidence level in the Cowboys? It was sky high entering Denver, then it dropped, and now we're feeling good again. So I expect, plenty of answers in the 80s, 90s, and maybe some hundreds in there. I will make this the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, head down to the pinned comment and let me know how you're feeling about them boys. All right, overreaction number 2. Oh, the Broncos have the blueprint. Overreaction. No, they don't. Denver and Vic Fangio made a big deal about how, teams haven't played Dallas right. And I think he was kind of correct about running the football, although the Falcons could not run it at all. But Dallas lost last week. I think the big take of this week, right, should be this. Dallas got blown out by Denver because Denver played well, but the Cowboys were terrible. They blew out Atlanta because Atlanta didn't play well, but the Cowboys were awesome. The offense crushed the Falcons. There are not many teams that are going to be able to try to play a bunch of man-to-man against all of these Cowboys playmakers, including, I guess, Connor McGovern now as well. Dak Prescott, he was terrible against Denver. He fixed that ship quickly against the Atlanta Falcons. 24 of 31, 296, 3 touchdowns. There were some absolute dimes dropped by Dak in that game. I think maybe none better than that touchdown throw to CeeDee Lamb when he was lined up in the slot, ran that kind of corner route, and Dak under pressure just threw the one into and dropped it in the bucket. I mean, he was awesome. Dallas got what they wanted. They dared the defense to beat them, and they could not. So this Cowboys offense can really only be stopped by themselves. Self-inflicted wounds, penalties, turnovers, drop passes, fumbles, whatever. That's how Dallas will lose games offensively, not because of what the opposing defense really does. They can make it tougher, but the Broncos' blueprint does not exist. Now, today's show is powered by our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code you guys see on screen, Cowboys125. That gets you a 125% deposit bonus. On top of that, if you use the promo code and put at least $100, you can also get a Cowboys jersey as well. Maybe a Dak Prescott one, for example. Now, you have to follow the rules that you get when you email jersey@chatsports.com. It's pretty simple. You got to use the right promo code. It's Cowboys125 at chatsports.com. That'll take you right into the BetUS site, by the way. Put down at least $100. That way you get the deposit bonus and are eligible for the jersey. We'll need your BetUS account number, screenshot of your first bet, shipping address, etc., plus jersey size for the 3 that we have available. Dak Prescott, Color Rush. Got that one. CeeDee Lamb and Ezekiel Elliott, both in the navy and in the Color Rush. Email us jersey@chatsports.com if you guys have any questions, concerns, whatever. We'll get a quick response back to you. But remember to use promo code Cowboys125 at chatsports.com/bet. That is chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Cowboys125. Overreaction number 3. Terence Steele can play left tackle after all. I guess, sure. Not really an overreaction. I don't want to say, yes, he's now your left tackle of the future or anything. That's a bit extreme. But make no mistake, Terence Steele was way better than this week than he was last week, because that was a pretty rough showing out of Terence Steele. Per PFF, against the Falcons, Terence Steele allowed 1 hit. That was it. Didn't allow any sacks, no hurries. Now his PFF run grade, which is, it's a PFF grade. It's take it with a grain of salt. Not good. I do think he's overall more comfortable at right tackle than left tackle, but that growth from left to right, from last week to this week at left tackle is noticeable, sizable, and it's a big deal for Dallas moving forward against similar-ish level of competition at edge rusher, if not better, with Dante Fowler. So I want you guys now to grade Terence Steele in Week 10 against the Falcons. A, B, C, D, or F. I am inclined to give this maybe a B. There's still room for growth, but you won by 40. You can't be too nitpicky if you're the Cowboys. Overreaction number 4. Terence Steele DeMarcus Lawrence. What am I talking about, Tom? We'll be back soon. My take, I don't know. I hope so. I am holding out hope for Thanksgiving this year. Lawrence has been teasing a return on social media, saying soon. I would hope, and we'll see if this ends up being the case, but I hope the Cowboys will allow him to be practicing this week. Designated to return from IR is the phrase there. The defense misses him. There's no doubt about that. They miss him as a backside run support player, as a pass rusher. He and Gregory on the edge, that could be so good. Will help your defense look better if you're not forcing 3 turnovers every game. I hope Tank comes back soon. I doubt he plays this week. I would love to be wrong there. Maybe in the next 2 weeks. Remember, that 21-day window to return and practice is not mandatory. It is optional. It is the maximum, not the minimum, though Dallas has played it cautious and given players plenty of practice time. On the bright side, one quick note here. Dorrance Armstrong did play great. Maybe his best game ever? He was impactful as a pass rusher. I think his best individual pressure rate in a game in his career. I think I got to double check that. Plus, the punt block for a touchdown as well. We're going to give you guys free Cowboys videos all year long for the rest of time. So subscribe to the Dallas Cowboys Report. 113,420 Blaze It subscribers right there. Get us to 1,400 in the near future as we approach our goal of doubling up the Washington football team. Subscribe today for free at the Cowboys Report. Overreaction number 5. The Dallas Cowboys, they missed Michael Gallup. I think this is not an overreaction. It's not like the offense was bad. Don't take it that way. But they missed Gallup in several key areas, predominantly as a vertical threat, as a comeback hitch, deep shot specialist. Gallup stepped up in several clutch moments. Last week, they actually ran a similar-ish play. They ran a comeback route to Noah Brown, incomplete. This week, comeback route or hitch route to Michael Gallup, it is completed. Now, he had a bad drop, make no mistake, but Gallup on the outside allows you some more slot reps for CeeDee Lamb. That paid off wonders in the end. Gallup is a damn good football player. Now, he and Dak Prescott clearly get along well. They operate on a good wavelength. The chemistry is there. In the end, we'll see if Gallup is a Cowboy beyond this year. He's not as good as Cooper or Lamb. And that's not a dig at Gallup. That's a compliment to how good the other receivers are for the Cowboys. So we will approach this more at the end of the year. But will the Cowboys keep Michael Gallup? Why for yes they will, and for no, they will not. Overreaction number 6. The Cowboys have good special teams. Yeah, I agree. It was bad early this year, but the special teams have been better as of late. To put this in perspective, the Cowboys have scored 7 defensive or special teams touchdowns in McCarthy's 24 games as a head coach. They scored 5 in the totality of the Jason Garrett era. They're way better. The best stat here, the Cowboys, and this is what we'll end on today, have blocked 3 punts this season alone. In the entirety of the Jason Garrett era, they blocked 1 punt total. Dallas cares more about special teams under Mike McCarthy, and that is a good thing for this team moving forward.